Hello everyone, Ramya, Assistant Professor of CSC Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology, subject code CS8078, Green Computing, Unit 1, Topic Green IT Fundamentals, Business, IT Environment. Objective to understand about the concepts of green IT fundamentals. First, we are going to see the introduction. Here, undisputably winning argument behind the implementation of green IT initiatives is based on this business efficiency. That means it is used for the reason that is green business is synonymous with an efficient business. Here also we have the reduction in carbon is allied with the economic drivers of a business, the search for justifying the cost to optimize business process, and also virtualized data servers become relatively straightforward. Here the green IT is defined as the study and practice of designing, manufacturing, using and disposing of computers, servers and associated subsystems such as monitors, printers, storage devices and network and communication systems efficiently and effectively with minimal or an impact on the environment. Next, we are going to see the environment today. That means whether the human activity it is the cause of change in the environment or not becomes a background conversation. It is used for improving business and achievement environmental outcomes in the process. It is one of the business driven collaborative path that opens opportunity for corporate action. Here also in this figure it shows some the information technology that means influence business, society and environment. Using this you can able to lead up to the sustainable triangle. It also in the business make use of massive computing and network technologies that is used to require large and dedicated data centers. Here we have the direct influence of IT is seen in the massive proliferation of household gadgets, use of computers in schools and hospitals, the popularity of social networking, and also it is used for the high level of communication technology. Here we have some strategy for green IT is a crucial enabler for an organization overall transition toward an environmental sustainable business. That means it is used for the expanse of technologies of business intelligence for the purpose of reducing the organization carbon footprint, and also it is used to develop the idea of the carbon footprint of collaborative business process that cut it is used for the multiple organization, and also it is used to improve that collective carbon footprint. Next we are going to see the information technology and environment. Here it is an IT is an inseparable, it is an integral part of modern business. In fact, the IT is so closely intertwined with the business process that is difficult to imagine any modern core business without IT. Here the particularly it is the communication technology, it is a creative cause for many new and wide ranging business interactions. Here we have one synergy means that is the difference between business and IT implies that is growth in business also implies corresponding growth in the IT, and also it going for the ongoing interplay between the business and the environment. That means the carbon impact is shown by an arrow from left to right. This impact of business activity through IT on the environment it has to be understood in three ways. For example, from the length of time, the depth of activity, from the length of time, the depth of activity and the breadth of coverage of the carbon effect. And we have some areas of IT systems, processes, architectures, and people that impact the carbon footprint of an organization. First, we are going to see the software application and packages. Using this, the carbon data form within the organizations are used to measure through various means such as smart meters, otherwise it is inputted directly by users or updated through interfaces from other systems. It also fed into the financial type calculators of the organization to ascertain the corresponding carbon calculations. Next one is carbon trading applications. It is also be geared toward performing analytic on the real time data. That means it is used for the organization to figure out trends in its own carbon performance, that means of the market. Here the carbon reporting tools will play equally significant role in the carbon economy. Next one is green enterprise architecture. It is the ground up building of new enterprise architecture. It is a fresh look at the enterprise application from a green perspective. Next one is green infrastructure. It is an area of IT that deals with buildings, data centers, vehicles, and non movable and movable assets of the organization. Next one is government standards, ITI and COBT, means it is the way in which the government standards are implemented, and also it is also reflective of the organization carbon initiative. The next one is people. Here, the people is the attitude of the end users and the extent to which they are trained and educated in the efficient use of resources and the feedback provided to them on their carbon usage. Next one is dynamic social workers. Using this, the creation of social groups that reflect their usage and the consumption patterns, and also it lead do not directly marketing and sales, but also it helps for the organization in its green credentials. Next one is wired and wireless communication. We have various communication technologies are exploding as connotations from green IT. That means it is the way in which this wired and wireless networks are configured, and also it will be deployed with impact the carbon footprint of the organization. The next one is emerging cloud technologies. Using this, you can able to become increasingly decentralized, and also having a dedicated data center is no longer the privilege that it is used to be. Here we are using the cloud essential enabling, means sharing of large scale storage of data, corresponding computation, and also used for the analysis and reduces overall carbon. Next one is green peripherals. It is the area of printers, copiers, and similar office equipments that are associated with IT. It is a sustained impact on the carbon footprint of a growing organization. Next one is renewable energies. It includes the alternate source of clean and green energies, for example, solar, wind, and nuclear. The next one is development of efficiency solution based on IT systems. Using this, you can able to measurement, monitor, and reporting on energy performance. It also further monitor and control resource usage and energy consumption. Next one is design, development, and use of power efficiency in IT and non-IT hardware. That means it would include not only power and efficiency in electronics chip designs, it also used for the expansion in the green power grids and management of equipment through software and operating systems. Next one is adherence to regulations and standardization. It also include active participation in creation of new standards, agreements, and consortium based protocols. The next one is recycling and disposal of IT hardware. It will impact the procurement as well as disposal aspect of IT that should be associated with efficient design of equipment. The next one is 3 Rs of green IT. That means, for example, unwanted computers, monitors, and other hardware should not be thrown away as rubbish, as they will then end up in landfills, and also it causes serious environmental problems. Instead of that, we should refurbish and reuse them or dispose them as environmentally in sound ways. For that only we have 3 Rs ways, that means reuse, refresh, recycle. First we are going to see the reuse. For example, in many organization, otherwise any individuals buy new computers for each project or once every 2 to 3 years, means what will happen? We should make use of an older computer if it meets our requirements. Otherwise, we should give it to someone who could use it in another project or unit. Next one is refurbish. That means the upgrade of old computers and servers to meet our new requirements. We can also make an old computer and other IT hardware almost new gain by reconditioning and replacing some parts. And the recycle, when we cannot refurbish, otherwise we cannot able to reuse that computers, means we must dispose of them in environmental ways by depositing them with recognizing electronic cycles or electronic waste, otherwise it is called as e-waste collectors. Using this we can able to discard our computers and electronic goods is one of the fastest growing waste types and poses serious environmental problems. Thank you.